Hello everybody, my name is Fun, and I welcome you back to my next video in the RWBY Volume 4 and Beyond Speculation and Prediction series of videos. I've already talked about RWBY with the group rest of Team RWBY of John, Nora, and Ren, and I've went over a video about Weiss. Now we're going to be talking about Blake. And basically, I'm going to give my predictions and speculation for where I think Blake is going to go in Volume 4, coming off the events that happened in Volume 3. Now, where do we have Blake left off in where do we have her left off after the events of Volume 3? Basically, we know that she met up with Adam again, which she hasn't seen since, I'm assuming, the train incident in the black trailer. And basically, she fought against him. He was kicking her butt the entire time. Yang tried to save her, lost half her arm. She got Yang out of there, and then she booked it and ran. Now, she's on the run right now. So basically, where does that leave Blake in terms of Volume 4 and beyond? My predictions and speculation is that she's going to be mostly on the run this entire volume. She's going to basically be on the run for a while for two reasons, I think. And I think this is the reason most people are probably going to assume she's scared of Adam. Right here, he's kind of a little too attached to her, and he practically almost killed her at the end of Volume 3. So she's running because she's scared of him, and I think the second reason is she blames herself for a lot of what happened in Volume 3, I think. She totally blames herself for Yang getting half her arm cut off, because if she wasn't trapped by Adam, Yang would not have come to try to save her, and Adam would not have cut off her arm. So I'm assuming she's running in fear of Yang because she feels that she caused it, and rightly so. It kind of is true, but Yang also is a little too hot-headed to know her for her own good in order to, go against an opponent that's clearly a lot stronger than her, unprepared, which has basically been Yang in the first 3 volumes anyways. She's scared of Adam, but I also think she blames herself for that, so she's scared of being around Yang because she knows that Yang's going to blame her, or at least if Yang doesn't blame her, which we kind of seen at the end of Volume 3, she kind of does. She has this little attitude towards Blake. She blames herself regardless of what other people think. She blames herself for it, and not just that, blames herself probably for all the White Fang's actions, because remember, she used to be a member, so she probably blames herself for that as well. And I think that's why she's going to be on the run. Now here's the thing, and there's these 3 pictures you see here on top of Blake's picture in the background. And I already talked about Adam, but here's their son. And people will probably be wondering why Neptune's here as well. Now, I think the major focus of now is, because there's kind of a friend connection with almost a love interest too. Because she's on the run, obviously Sun cares about her, so I'm assuming a lot of the volume is going to be, or at least not a lot of the volume, but some elements of the volume are going to be him on the run searching for her. He's going to be searching for her, and wherever he goes, pretty much Neptune goes, because they're like childhood friends. So he's like, I'm going to help you, son, find your girlfriend. So I think a lot of Blake in Volume 4 is going to be her running, trying to escape Adam, trying to escape her, her blaming herself, and Sun trying to save her and be like, you know what, you have to come back with us. We have to get the group back together. We have to get, Team RWBY back together and all these groups back together so we can be on the same picture, not all separated, and fight this enemy as a united force rather than separate entities and being like our pros and cons and like our what our fears are and what's holding us back or so. And he probably tried to talk her out. It's like, you can't blame yourself for everything. So he's going to try to save her, and he's going to help him. And I think Adam is going to. I think Adam is going to be not so busy with RWBY in the group. Like I mentioned in the RWBY video, I think Emerald and Mercury are going to be their major opponents in this volume. I think Adam's going to be involved with the Blake story. I think Adam is, besides doing the White Fang's business, is probably going to be on the search for Blake. And I think it might be, since they're kind of both love interests almost, or at least he's semi-love interest, he's kind of just obsessed, I think Blake is going to be in the middle of this, and I think we're going to see a big Sun versus Adam fight, because Adam's going to be like pissed that maybe she likes Sun and doesn't like him, and he's like obsessed with her, and he wants to get her or kill her, or, you know, something, and he's going to try to protect Blake from that. So that's where I think really the whole Blake story is going to go in Volume 4 and beyond. Before, obviously, Team RWBY reunites, and we all know what's going to happen in the future volume, and not Volume 4, but I think Volume like 5 or 6. So she's going to be on the run, blaming herself for Yang, blaming herself for the White Fang, being scared of Adam. Sun and Neptune are going to try to save Blake, or find her, or bring her back into the fold, bring her back into the group. Adam's probably going to continue the White Fang stuff, search for her, and because of the connection these two have with her, they're probably going to fight. And that's going to basically be it for the Blake speculation for Volume 4 and beyond, the RWBY. Hope you guys like this video. Put in the comment section what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen with Blake? My name is Thankless Fun Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day, and RWBY fans. One more character left in Yang before I get into more topical speculation. Hope you guys like this video, and see you all later in the next video in Volume 4 in the fall.